Thank you very much, and be assured we are not giving up in Poland. Be assured that we understand in all your countries how important our relationships are in a transatlantic way. And be assured, too, that all of your testimony here had a common thread of making sure that basic democratic freedoms are our core and our strength. We certainly have security needs together and under greater threats than we've seen in decades. Yet democracy and our security needs don't travel in different lanes. They travel together and are strengthened together. And your opening statements of all of you indicates how important that is going forward. So I thank you for your testimony. I'll recognize members for 5 minutes each, and pursuant to the House rules, all time yielded is for the purpose of questioning our witnesses. Because of the virtual format of this hearing, I'll recognize members by committee seniority, alternating between Democrats and Republicans. If you miss your turn, please let our staff know and we'll circle back to you. If you seek recognition, you must unmute your microphone and address the chair verbally. I'll now recognize myself for 5 minutes with questions. I thank all of you for the work you're doing, and you are terrific examples of how the importance of major cities, municipalities, and obviously their importance to the surrounding communities of cities, how important that is. And you've raised issues of transparencies of contracts and freedoms of the press, basic human rights issues, all cores to what we're dealing with. And you understand in all of your roles that these aren't issues that end at the city barriers. They transcend not only the cities, through the suburban areas, through the country as a whole, but globally. And along those lines, I've noticed your work and the Pact of Free Cities work on climate change. Here in our own country, during the last 4 years, as we reneged on some of our commitments here in the US, globally, which we've now moved forward to reconstruct. But so many of our states and cities move forward during this period so importantly. So I'd just like to see if Mr. Trzaskowski might want to also add to this and reassure him that we had elect Walensa here in this committee as a witness just a couple of years ago. And I saw him connect to younger people here as he did back home, so importantly. And the climate change issue also connects generationally.
Yes, indeed. And when, like Walensa was having his famous speech, I was working at the Capitol Hill for a month with John Dingell. But when it comes to what we're doing, when it comes to fighting climate change, I mean, you know, our government, the conservative government of Poland, of law and justice, is very lukewarm towards the idea of global warming. And unfortunately, of course, they've taken some commitments, but unfortunately, they are not very diligent in implementing them. So it's again the cities which have to do it on our own. And I've declared that Warsaw will be carbon neutral by 2050, even with our very difficult energy mix. And we are doing a number of things in Warsaw. Of course, raising awareness, prioritizing public transportation. We invest billions of euros in public transportation. We're greening our city. We're eliminating coal-powered stoves. We are helping citizens in using renewables, and we are paying for that. We are doing quite a lot in order to actually meet the priorities of the European Union and of the world, because we have to take some of that responsibility ourselves.